Hello everyone, my name is Yashwant Kumar. I am from Nellore and I am currently studying my bachelor degree in Adi Shankara College of Engineering and Technology in the ECE stream, and I completed my Emertex internship in the domain embedded system, and my project title is microwave oven stimulation. Content in the microwave microwave oven stimulation. There are various content in the project, and the first one is introduction, embedded C, microcontroller and microprocessor requirements, peripherals, simulation. Introduction. Embedded system. An embedded system is a combination of computer hardware and software designed for a specific application or task. It can be based on either microprocessor or microcontroller. Example: household appliances like washing machines, smart TVs, etc. In automobiles, ECU, airbags, ABS, seatbelt, navigation system, automatic wiper, ADAS, etc. Mobile phones, graphical user interface, operating systems, cameras, microphones, USB, healthcare, medical equipments. Block diagram for embedded system. In the block diagram for embedded system, CPU is the central processing unit, and the sensors, AD conversion, human ports, diagnostic port, auxiliary system, power coding, DA conversion, actuators, memory, software, FPGA, ASIC non-digital hardware. Microwave oven. Microwave oven works on the principle of conversion of electromagnetic energy into thermal energy. It is an electric oven that heat and cook food by exposing it to electromagnetic radiation. Modes: micro mode, grill mode, convection mode, start mode. Micro mode, it uses the maximum power of 900 volts. Grill mode, it is equipped with heating coils that are responsible for grilling, roasting and toasting food to make it brown and crispy. Convection mode enables to set the temperature as required. The maximum cooking time is 60 minutes. If you want to more cooking capabilities, larger cooking capacity and have the space for it. The baking is done by the convection mode. User can set the oven to preheat for a particular temperature, and it takes 3 minutes to preheat the oven. After preheating is done, then the user can set the time as per the requirements. Embedded C. Why C is used in embedded system? In embedded systems, the program code should operate within a fixed memory space to execute the code. C offers a level of control over the hardware. C programming produces efficient and compact code. It produces very reliable code to execute critical tasks. Readability. It uses the meaningful variable function names and comments to make code more understandable. Portability. It has the ability to run a program on different hardware and operating systems. Scalable. It is easier to reuse the code and can easily add modules to an existing system. Reliability. It helps to reduce the software bugs. Keywords. In C programming language, there are 32 keywords. Some of the keywords are data types, character 1 byte, int num 4 bytes, float num 4 bytes, single precision double, and double 8 byte double precision, char short into long, modifiers, signed unsigned short long, qualifiers, consistent volatile, for conditional, single iteration, if and switch case, multiple iteration, for while, do while loops, jump, break, go, continue, unconditional. Operators. Operators are symbols that represent operation to be performed on one or more operands. Type of operator. unary operator, plus plus minus minus binary operator, relational operators like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, is equal to, not equal to, arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, logical operators and, or, not, bitwise operators and, or, far greater than, far less than, assignment operators like equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, modulus equal to, ternary operator are a collection of same data type, pointers to store the memory address of other variables, functions or even other pointers. Function, it is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Parameters, the variables that are defined during a function declaration. Storage classes, used to describe the features of a variable function. Auto, extend, static, local and global register processor directives. Preprocessor programming provide preprocessor directives that tell the compiler to preprocess the source code before compiling. Hash define, used to define a macro. Hash undef, used to undefine a macro. Hash include, used to include a file in the source code program. Hash if def is to include a section of code if a certain macro is not defined by hash define. Hash define, hash if used for the specific condition. Hash else, alternate code that executes when hash if fails, and if used to mark the end of hash if and hash if and def. Microcontroller. A microcontroller is a compact integrated circuit designed to govern a specific operation in an embedded system. A typical microcontroller includes a processor, memory, and input or output peripherals on a single chip. Other supporting elements: analog to digital converter, digital to analog converter, system bus, serial port. Things to be noted when choosing microcontroller: performance, price, application availability. Microprocessor. It is a programmable device that takes input, performs some arithmetic and logical operations over it, and produce the desired output. Computer central processing unit CPU built on a single integrated circuit is called a microprocessor. The microprocessor contains millions of tiny components like transistors, resistors, and diodes that work together. Microprocessor. In the microprocessor, there are various components, and the main components is central unit. This is the central processing unit. Input device, arithmetic logic unit, register array, and output device, and also memory unit. Requirements: MPLAB IDE, X8 compiler, PIC SimLab, PIC 16 F87778 16x4C LCD, tactile switch, timer to matrix keypad ISR. PIC 16 F8778, it is a PIC microcontroller, normally PAC microcontroller, normally used in the embedded projects. Properties: it consists of 40 pins. It has the 5 ports: port A 6 bits TRISA pins, analog port, port B 8 bits TRISB pins, digital pins, port C 8 pins 8 bits TRISC. It is used for serial communication. Digital port D 8 bits TRISD pins, digital pin port E 3 bits TRISC. It will work by uploading hex file. All the 5 ports are bidirectional. Size of microcontroller, size of data bus. Data bus equal to 8 bits instruction set architecture RISC. This is a 40 pin PDIP, and the first pin is VPP, second pin is AN0, and the third pin is AN1. And where are the various pins that involved in the bidirectional, and this is the microprocessor PAC 16F874 A bar 877A. Block diagram, and this one is the block diagram of device PAC 16F674 and PAC 16F577. program flash, data memory, and the data EEPROM, and the program flash 4K 192 bytes, data EEPROM 128 bytes, and 5K 366 bytes, and the data EEPROM 256 bytes. Power up timer, oscillator startup timer, power on reset, watchdog timer, brownout reset, in circuit debugger, low voltage programming, and there are various components involved in the block diagram. Higher order builds are from the status register. Timer 1, timer 2, timer 3, timer 4. Some timers not included in the diagram, but if the diagram is included, so all the timers will be added. Parallel sleeve port, and this is the port A, port B, port C, and port D, and the final one is port E. Peripherals, PAC SimLab architecture. This is the PAC SimLab architecture. Digital keypad, buzzer, LEDs, and the matrix keypad, and CLCD, ADC, LED. LED is an external device connected to microcontroller port. In PAC section F8778 contains 14 LEDs which is connected to the port D and port B. LED array 1 port D, RD2, RD0 to RD7. LED array 2 port B, RB0 to RB7. To turn LED on, LED equal to 1. To turn LED off, LED equal to 0. TRI SB bit equal to 1. Make the corresponding port B pin an output. TRI SB bit equal to 0. Make the corresponding port B pin an output. For example, TRI SB equal to 0. RB3 is the output. TRI SB6 equal to 1. RB6 is the input. TRI SB equal to 0 into F0. Input RB7, RB4 output, RB3 to RB0. The address of port B equal to 06XR 0 into 0 cross 06. The address of TRSB equal to 86HR 0 cross 86. The address of port D equal to 08HR 0 cross 08. The address of TRSD equal to 88HR 0 cross 88. And this is the LED symbol. It involves the anode and cathode, and in between the diode, and this is one is forward biased switch and resistor, and power supply is also added. CLCD character liquid crystal display. In PIC SimLab there are two types of display, 16:2 display and 16:4 display. It has totally 16 interface lines. It displays the ASCII character and some special characters. Communication mode, there are two communication modes. 4-bit mode which has the 4 data lines RD4 to RD7, and 8-bit mode which has the 8 data lines RD0 to RD7. RS line, register select line, RS equal to 1 for data, RS equal to 0 for introduction. Here we use 4-bit mode. For 2 lines it contains 32 characters. In CLCD, data lines are connected to port T. RS and enable pin are connected to port E. Nibbles RD4 to RD7 equal to upper nibble. 0 cross 4 RD4 to RD7 lower nibble 0 cross 1. Data is processed by two methods, delay method, pole D7 method. In this method, D7 continuously monitored. To read equal to 1, to write RY cross double equal to 0. Tactile switch. It is a switch whose operation is perceptible by touch uses to select the mode of operation, to enter the temperature, to enter the time. It will produce a bouncing effect when a switch is pressed. It consists of metal plate and terminal. Matrix keypad. The keypad, the tactile switches are connected as rows and columns rows. RD1, RD2, RD3 columns. RB0, RB1, RB2. Initially it is 1. It is used to select the modes, applications, telephones, calculators, digital lockers and etc. Gadget drone is CX. This one is most important diagram also. Interrupts. An interrupt is a communication process set up in a microprocessor or microcontroller. Interrupts are handled by ISR, input service routine process. An external or internal request NPU to stop the processing. The MPU acknowledges the request, attends to the request, goes back to the processing. Source of interrupts. External interrupt caused by onboard, internal interrupt caused by inside the microcontroller. Classification of interrupts are two types: hardware interrupts, software interrupt. And the hardware interrupts are maskable interrupts, non-maskable interrupts. Software interrupt: 256 types of software interrupt. Maskable interrupts are further classified into external and internal interrupts. Timers. Resolution timer 8-bit timer equal to 16-bit. Tick total tick equal to 255. Up count, down count. Quantum is a measure of time which is responsible for tick. Depending on the system clock system, tick is based on instruction cycle. Scale. Tick increment after IC 200 nanosecond. Pre-scaling 1:2. Tick increment after 2 IC 400 nanoseconds. 1:4. Tick increment after 4 IC 800 nanoseconds. The post scaling 1:2. After 2 overflow go to ISR is 1 or 2.4 nanoseconds. After a overflow to go to ISR 2048 seconds. Modes counter, PWM pulse generator, PWR PP measurement. And the final, this is after this completion simulation of the project. After the implementation of the project, we can simulation of the project can see in microwave are used to cook food and grill or fried the food. And the final one is thank you. And now we are going to talking about microcontroller. We already discussed about the microcontroller. There are microcontroller and microprocessor. Microcontroller is compact integrated circuit designed to govern a specific operation in an embedded system. A typical microcontroller includes a processor, memory, and input or output peripherals on a single chip. Other supporting elements in the microcontroller: analog to digital converter. In this analog to digital controller, it converts the analog signal to digital signal. It takes the input. Analog is continuous time signal, whereas digital is discrete time. Digital to analog converter and system bus serial port. Things to be noted when choosing microcontroller. When we are going to choosing a microcontroller, we need to see performance, price, application and availability. Microprocessor is also one of the important components in the microwave oven. Thank you everyone, and thank you Emertex for accepting me in this internship. And I learn a lot from this internship, and also I learn C language and how to implement the coding in the applications. And I also learn a lot of things from this internship, and I gain the knowledge to select the embedded system is my domain. Thank you for this opportunity. And my name is Yashwant Kumar, signing off.